Ladies and gentlemen, our 2022 Community Philanthropist honoree, Judy Salerno.
Very nice, and very challenging for me to listen to, but really, thank you so very much. One thing when you see a video like that, you realize, a lot of different hairstyles and a few years and all that, but obviously there's a lot of record of me over the past 17 years. So thank you for that. I'd like to thank you all very much for this extremely thoughtful and generous recognition of my work these past 17 years at the foundation. It's quite humbling for me, as when I entered this work many years ago, my aspiration was at that time, and it remains today, about the benefit of this work to the community and the importance of the foundation's work in the community. And that is what motivates me and drives me and is the most important part of why I've done what I've done. I had a lot of learning to do when I came to the foundation. Even though I had run a very large corporate entity, I realized very quickly that being the executive director at the foundation was not a one-woman job, but one that required the support of many people. I was indeed extremely fortunate to find wonderful, smart, generous people in this community who said yes to me. Yes, I believe this is a community that needs and deserves a strong community foundation. Yes, we join you in recognizing the many who have come before us, who have created this wonderful community that I want to live in, that I want to raise my family in. And yes, I will join you, Judy, in supporting and building something that can help ensure that we maintain and strengthen the quality of life that we enjoy, not just for ourselves, but for all of our neighbors. So to all of those people, the trustees, the staff over these many years, volunteers and donors, I say thank you to you for saying that little 3-letter word, yes, because that is what it took. And together we have created and built something very special for this community, and something that I feel really grateful will continue to grow and increase its impact for many generations to come. I'd also like to thank the trustees for recognizing my work with the creation of the Salerno Fund for the Arts and Culture. It's an extraordinary gift and gesture that is so meaningful to me. And to all of those who've given so generously already to that fund, thank you. When asked about what kind of purpose for a fund I was interested in seeing the trustees create, I know it surprised some when I said arts and culture, because they are aware through the work over the past years of my really deep passion for the most vulnerable among us, as well as the issues of food insecurity and sustainable food systems. I think they're really important. So it's hard to choose one thing to focus on when you have so many challenges and opportunities. But I wanted to share a little bit about why I chose the arts and culture space. First, I really believe that a strong creative economy is vital to the strength and health of our region. Second, my more practical nature. It has been the most challenging area to raise funding for during my tenure at the foundation, and it's an area that I wish I had been more successful at. So, and finally, and this really is the key, we live in the birthplace of America. Historic Lexington and Concord, every one of our 33 communities has a historical society or a historical center. And they're charged with preserving the history and educating our citizens about history. And I personally believe that we must prioritize history education, lest we find ourselves repeating some of the worst and most tragic events of our past. Our communities are changing and evolving, and whether your children and grandchildren are descended from the Mayflower or are recent immigrants from Afghanistan or Vietnam, we must weave all of these pieces into our culture today and for the future. And that is one of the important parts of having a strong arts and cultural program. So it's also sometimes the greatest challenges we encounter that lead to some of the greatest change. I think we all, as Jay mentioned, can be proud of the work that has been done by the Foundation for the past 3 years during this pandemic to help secure a stronger region. No time has the work of the Foundation been more historic and validating and clear to everyone who has participated along this journey with us. Being prepared to make that response and have the impact was key. So our work remains and an integral part of our community's well-being, and through that pandemic work, we have really accomplished something very special and solidified the organization's position in the community. So, just in closing, in a world and country that is frequently characterized by rage and grievance, I want to choose to reflect on the shared sense of common good, commonwealth, and the quiet decency that brings communities together. The kind of community I want to live in, the kind of legacy I want to see for future generations, and I know you all feel the same, so thank you.